such a huge hike seemed a little abnormal.
In South Knoxville, one neighbor is helping his entire street appeal their new property assessments. In some cases, the county says the value of their home is 8 times more than the assessment 4 years ago. 10 News reporter Grace King shows us how the leader on that street plans to make his case.
In South Knoxville, a railroad bridge divides Scottish Pike into 2 sections.
And in the section that I'm on, the average price increase was 560%.
John Cadott owns 2 homes on the Blunt Avenue side. He says the new values are shocking.
Having a $300,000 appraisal for a house doesn't really reflect the current market.
John looked up every property on his street and realized the other side didn't appraise nearly as high.
The price increase was like 80%, which is still a big increase, but it was more relevant to the area.
Now he's using that information to help his neighbors appeal the new figures.
The neighborhood's not a wealthy neighborhood by any means. It's certainly one of the poorer ones, and definitely some worry about some of the lower income and older neighbors that might get, priced out.
One important note on the property reassessment process. This isn't a moneymaker for the county. State law forbids it. Some homeowners will pay more, but across all the collections, the county can't bring in more money through the process. So if your assessment did go up by 40% or less, you will pay the same amount or less in county property taxes. If your assessment went up by more than 40%, you can expect an increase in your property tax bill. Just ahead at 5:30, new housing could be in the works for downtown Knoxville. That development between downtown Knoxville and the Old City is hoping to offer some affordable housing at a location that's accessible to businesses. We have detailed plans on that proposed development and why city leaders are hopeful it will help solve an ongoing housing shortage in the city.
Happening today, crews are demolishing one of Tennessee's largest mansions. Back in January, Total Demolition Services of Knoxville got the permit to tear down that 40,000 square foot house on Lions View Pike. It's known as Villa Colina. The permit is estimated to have cost more than $147,000. The property owners plan to build 3 homes on that site.
I mean, here there's nobody. There's no employees. They've all been laid off. So there's no one. And at the Marathon Station, they didn't even know that this was going to happen.
Greyhound this week announced its new bus stop after its old terminal near the Old City was sold earlier this year. Now people who want to ride the bus or be dropped off must wait outside a Marathon gas station on Cherry Street. Some riders and their families are worried about that setup. 10 News reporter Jacinta Render spoke to a woman about what she's seen since Greyhound started its service at that new location.
There was a couple over here right next to this little building here, sleeping with a big blanket, lying down on the sidewalk.
On Monday night, Ann Jefferson says that is what she saw when she stopped by to check on people waiting for their Greyhound bus to pick them up. She says they'd been waiting for many hours.
I ended up taking a couple people across the street to buy something to eat, for me to buy them something to eat because I didn't have any money.
Over the past few years, Jefferson and other volunteers have been assisting passengers by bringing them food. There used to be an indoor space. Now that has all changed.
There's no access to bathroom facilities. There's no shelter.
Knoxville's Greyhound station sold in March. Their new location, the Marathon gas station on Cherry Street near Interstate 40 in a largely industrial area. It's strictly self-service. Bus tickets have to be purchased online or over the phone. Jefferson believes conditions aren't safe.
I mean, the city needs to be concerned about these people. And there's no security out here.
Other witnesses of the new bus stop took to social media posting these photos showing what they saw. Greyhound released a statement to 10 News saying their buses stop at a range of locations, including gas stations, and they say customer safety is their primary concern. In Knoxville, I'm Jacinta Render.
City leaders say a few years ago, Greyhound talked with them about using the Knoxville Area Transit Center as a station, but those conversations did not go very far.